Peace, peace, peace. Peace, love, light, and healing. Peace, love, light, and healing. Peace to the gods. Peace to the earth. Y'all climb on in, climb on in. Let me know if you can see me. Let me know if you can hear me well. I want to speak about something today. I want to talk about the reason why I probably should have sent out a warning or something before I went live to let everybody know. I know they be shadow banning me and all of that, but you know what I'm saying? I got a lot of important things to do today. But there's been a lot of things on the wire. Been hearing about a lot of different conversations being had. A lot of people been tagging me in a particular video of somebody, basically taking my information and taking my videos, and he's becoming very big and famous off of it. They wanted me to address that, so I will address that. When I first got the video and I seen him talking about H302, mind you, he was following me and everything. I hit him up too. I hit him up in his inbox and I just asked him to start, giving me shouts out if he gonna be using all my research. He didn't hit me back, but he unfollowed me. You know what I'm saying? He read my message and unfollowed me. But, he just go through all of my videos, take all my research and information, and he regurgitated as if it was his own. You know what I'm saying? He never ever mentioned my name or pay me homage for it. But, at first when I really was looking at that and was peeping him, because it's a lot of other herbalists that does the same thing, take all my information and use it as if they researched it, or if, they was in the field when they wouldn't. And they go live and they do their little videos and stuff like that, and they get recognition for it. At first, when I was dealing with ego, it kind of pissed me off. But as I got to thinking more and more about it, I was like, why would I even be mad? Because regardless, it's not my information. This information comes from the ancestors. This information is not mine. I'm just downloading this information, and it is called research. So a lot of the information that I get, I research from my ancestors, or I got it by way of downloads through meditation or through clinical trials and clinical studies through healing people. But the methodology I'm using actually comes from my ancient ancestors. So it's not my information either. You know what I'm saying? So I was pissed off and mad at first that dude just on my page a lot of the herbalists on my page just taking my information, you know what I'm saying, and not paying me no homage for it, or uploading my videos and not tagging my name in it. But, that's ego. Why? You know what I'm saying? As long as the information gets to somebody and reach somebody and change somebody's life, I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with that. So, when I put ego to the side, man, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. Now, would I like for them to pay homage and to mention that they are learning from me? Yes, I would. But, you know what I'm saying? Well, is my world over because they not? No, I'm not. So I don't think y'all should be mad either. A lot of y'all are tagging me in that stuff. I don't think y'all should be mad at all. I'm just glad people are getting the information and they is sharing it, even if they act like they put in the work to get the information, which they didn't. I'm glad that they doing that. Now, this brings me to my next for real teaching or topic, and it's talking about the reason why biochemistry plays a very important role when it comes to health. We have a lot of people out here pretending to be herbalists and pretending to be healers when they're not, because they haven't went through the clinical trials and they don't know anything about biochemistry. In order to truly heal the human vehicle, or to know human anatomy and the processes of biology and the way chemistry work in the body, you have to know chemistry. You got to know chemet. You got to go back to that melanin. You have to go back to carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, carbon constituent chains. You have to know these things, because then you start saying things sounding like an intellectual, and it don't make no type of sense. A lot of people been asking me, because they're following other different healers, and they asking me, Yahki, you keep pushing this fruit diet. But this herbalist said that fruits feed cancer cells. Or this herbalist said that fruits actually raises the blood sugar and it makes your diabetes worse. So then you're going to have to ask yourself a question, me coming from a biochemical standpoint and me coming from a clinical trial standpoint and having thousands and thousands of healing testimonies. Well, how is Yahki able to heal thousands and thousands of people on a all fructose diet? No glucose, no galactose, no sucrose, no pentose, no maltose, just all fruit sugar. And we have all of the actual databases and analysis and paperwork and diagnostic sheets proving that we have reversed all these so-called incurable diseases from a fructose diet and using herbs. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, y'all got to be careful with listening to people that sound intellectual, but they don't have no clinical trials. They don't have laboratories. They don't have healing homes like I do. They don't have none of these things. And I'm not knocking anybody. I just hate when my people regurgitate the wrong information or get led astray because somebody is following a trend or a wave and they not really in this work to heal the people. So I want to talk about sugar. Before I get into sugar, I want to show y'all something. And we do this stuff all the time, y'all. Thousands and thousands and thousands of healing testimonies, right? So this is a video that I did a few months back. It's a video I did. It's on my channel. And it's talking about diabetes 1 and 2, hyperglycemia, healing from the sugar demon. And in this video, I told people what diabetes was. I broke down what sugar was, the difference between fructose and galactose, and I showed you what herbs to take and how to truly cleanse the body of diabetes 1 and 2 on an all fruit diet. All right. Now I want to show y'all something. Check this out. Now, once we keep going, I want to show y'all a comment. Let me show you how real this stuff is. And we got plenty of testimonies, family. Plenty. I mean, thousands, especially when it comes to getting people off of insulin. And guess what? I'm not using no vegetables. I'm not using none of that. I'm using all fruits with herbs, y'all. Now, check this out. This is from Body by Nature. It says, "Hello, young God. This is an actual video of my God shocking his doctor because he is no longer diabetic after 20 years. He is 60 years old, all due to listening and applying your teaching." It says, I even have a video of me draining boils. She even moved his lymphatic system off of my teaching, off of the herbs that I subscribed, and off of the grapefruit fast and the fruits that I subscribed. She healed her husband of diabetes, and she moved his lymphatic system and drained all of his lymph through his feet by way of boils. Now listen to this. I even have a video of me draining boils from his feet because we ate so many grapes. We can't thank you enough. Peace, love, light, and healing, right? Now, we see that we have a diabetes healing testimonies based off of a conversation and a teaching I did talking about high yielding fruits, not vegetables, and a little bit of herbs. Now, let's click on the link she provided, y'all. Now, check this out.
Thank you.
This is his doctor.
Thank you. My wife is taking care of me.
A1C.
You don't deserve it.
A1C
5.7.
You very
and
happy?
sugar 114.
You very happy?
Yeah, and it was 108 when we left the house.
Well, it's academic, 108, 114, But the key is 5.7. It's unbelievable. You're not diabetic.
You hear him? It's unbelievable. You're not diabetic anymore. It's unbelievable. After 20 years.
Literature, 5.7.
Family, I just want to show y'all something. And y'all can just type in on Google Yahki heal diabetes. Plenty of testimonies pop out 1 and 2. But I want y'all to know something. I didn't use no vegetables. No vegetables. No vegetables was used on this. None. No vegetables whatsoever. Only fruits high in grapes. So for people to say that fruit sugar feeds cancerous cells, fruit sugar feeds lactose, which is we gonna break down. See, but you won't know that if you don't understand or understand or overstand biochemistry. We just got herbalists regurgitating what they hearing, but they haven't put in the real work. So they say stuff and they throw y'all off and have y'all killing yourselves and have y'all on the path to hell. You know what I'm saying? Based off of them following the trend and not really putting in the work. Now check this out.
7 is not considered diabetic anymore.
Correct.
Yay!
He's not considered a
5.7
diabetic
is
anymore.
not considered diabetic anymore.
Correct.
Yay!
Just keep doing what you're doing.
And keep doing it.
I want to see you in 3 months.
Sounds good.
That's wonderful. Say thank you to her.
Oh, definitely. Every day. Every day.
Thank you, Doc.
That's wonderful.
All right.
And shouts out to the queen for following the
Just thank you
instructions,
10
listening
years
to the
ago,
information.
Boy, in 5 years you'll be gone with your eyes. But thank God.
Thank you.
She got that paperwork.
All right.
Save yourself, my friend.
Good job.
Give me a hand.
Thank
Come
you.
on. Make an old.
All praises. That's beautiful. That's super beautiful. Let me turn that back. So that's just to show y'all that we didn't use no vegetables whatsoever. So now I want to just break down what sugar is. So when you actually start getting into biochemistry, you start learning sugar, y'all. For one, the body is made of 150 trillion cells. I tell y'all that all the time, right? These cells are miniature used, meaning these cells have something called organelles. Just like how your whole entire body have something called organs to make sure that your body is functioning properly. Your body is a food processor. Everything your body do is to convert everything over into sugar for your cells can eat, for you can live your everyday life and you can experience reality to bring that information back to the source, right? So you have three types of sugar naturally that accumulates inside of nature. The first one is fructose, the second one is glucose, and the third one is galactose. Galactose is the milk or the sugar that's produced in the milk by the mother's breast milk. All right, now galactose have high yielding fats in it, showing you, so for people to say you can't gain weight on fruits is a complete lie, because now we're gonna have to get into why is babies that's sucking on breast is, I mean, when you look at their percentile and they fat exchange acids, how are these babies getting so big just off of breast milk alone? I have a baby right now. He's 6 months. Well, finna be 6 months. Biggest his name Yahki. Biggest baby in the world. It's my youngest son. Biggest baby in the world on a galactose diet, only breast milk. Don't eat anything else. How is he yielding that fat? Showing you that these sugars or galactose have lipid bases in them. Same thing as fructose. Fructose is the same way. Then you get to glucose. Glucose is another monosaccharides, but that goes through a different type of metabolic process in the body. So when you have diabetes, right? Diabetes is a glucose rising in the blood or a glucose lowering in the blood. It has something to do with the pancreas. The pancreas have something called the islands of Langerhans in it. Inside of the islands of Langerhans, you have something called the alpha cell, the beta cell, and the delta cell. So the alpha cell, it raises glycogen, right? Then the beta cells actually produces something called insulin. Then the delta cells produces something called simultostatin. Simultostatin have a different glucose and glycogen in it, but it's mixed with something called a pituitary growth hormone. Now check this out. So the B cells or the beta cells produces insulin. Insulin act as a key. Glucose cannot penetrate a cell, and glucose cannot be actually absorbed through the small intestinal tract without insulin. It needs insulin because insulin act as a key to open the door of the cell to bring glucose or that sugar in it. The reason why we need sugar is because sugar is our energy. Sugar is then broken down into carbon. We use that carbon, convert it into water, and then we burn that water as fuel. Just like you put gas inside of a gas tank of a car and you turn it on and you can drive around. Same thing you do when you put food inside of your body. The food breaks down into carbon, and the carbon is then used as a gas or a fuel for you can have ATP, that stands for adenosine triphosphate, or ADP, that stands for adenosine diphosphate, or ATP triphosphate. You see that? And these things give our cells energy for we can live our everyday life and have high yielding vitality. Now, the only way to get glucose from your vegetables into the bloodstream is you need insulin. You see that? By way of the pancreas. When you eat fructose from fruits, you don't use the pancreas. You use the liver. It's called cellular infusion. It's a different type of metabolic process. So, and then even when you look at the biochemical molecular structure of fructose and glucose, you know, they'll tell you all day that it's 6 carbons, it's 12 hydrogen, and it's 6 oxygens. They lying their ass off. They just like they say that white and black people are the same genetic makeup structure when we know good and damn